Hi, everybody. Today we're going to draw something that is definitely a Mexican paper mache tradition, but we're going to do a drawing instead of paper mache. We are going to be doing imaginary creatures called Alebrijes, and I know I'm pronouncing that poorly. Again, Alebrijes. Currently, you're looking at the last drawing I did just to show you a little something so you don't have a white screen. So let me get set up and we will begin. So Alebrije animals have three qualities. They are multiple animal elements, they are multicolored, and they have multiple patterns. Today, I think I would like to draw um, one of the animals that reminds me of a bunny, but it's not exactly a bunny. So let's see here. I think I would like to change the position of my drawing pad to be a vertical and not horizontal because this creature is going to have long super ears. So I'm going to go ahead and start right here with kind of a triangular face but with soft corners. That. And give it a little body going down here. It kind of reminds me of a squirrel also, this particular animal. And remember, you guys can be as creative as you want because these are imaginary animals. Let me adjust my camera just a bit. Okay, so this is the tail, and I went right directly into the legs. Gonna give it short legs. And I'm gonna start from the other side, giving it a little bit of a neck, coming down into the paws. This is the back paws. And then I'm going to bring another line down here to create front paws. Up into the body and join the body like that. Again, these are imaginary creatures, so they don't have to look specific to any one creature you're aware of. I'm going to give it super long ears. See here if you could see that. There you go. With a point, and bring it down like that. Over here, and it didn't have quite the point I was going to aim for, but let's try it here. There we go. So that's kind of the rabbit ears I was thinking about. So now we have this creature that doesn't quite look like a rabbit. Maybe does. And now we're going to add some patterns to it. First, let me go ahead and do the facial features. I'm going to give it these big wide eyes. Big wide eyes. Little nose. Right here. That. And just a little mouth. Kind of like cat features. A little bit of whiskers. We can do that later with coloring though. Now I'm going to jump into some of the patterns that I was going to include in this. First, I think I definitely do want to fix that ear because John McCarthy wanted to go more to a point. There we go, like that. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and do some easy patterns. Like that. Nothing too wild, nothing too crazy. Although you can if you'd like to. And just some patterns on the eyes. Notice the eyes that kind of scary because they're not normal eyes for animals. Now let's do these wide pupils in here too. We'll be coloring those later. Okay, and create some patterns in the body. I'm going to show the difference between the chest and belly versus the top side of the animal by creating, let's see, just a different barrier here, a little line. So now you can see this is where the underside, that chest area is, and that's the back leg. And then I will go ahead and give some definition so you can kind of see the belly here. And inside this space, there we go. I'm going to be adding different colors. I also want to include some claws, so it looks like actual paws. Over here as well. And remember, imaginary creatures, so you can do whatever you want with this creature. You can give it super sharp paws if you like, or a different type of tail. Okay, so I'm going to add some patterns now to the chest area. You guys know me. I like to do little bubble patterns. And these are just any patterns that you might want to do to this completely imaginary animal. Okay. This is where I think we get to be really creative when we draw something that is not realistic. Making some corrections. Okay. Now let's do some body patterns over here. So we have some circles here. We've got some pretty sharp lines here, patterns here. And you can, if you'd like, turn them into shapes. You could turn them into shapes if you wanted to. Okay. So that's something you can do with that. And then include other shapes in here if you'd like. Just trying to show you that there are a lot of variations you can be doing with your Alebrije. Okay, so let's go ahead and create another pattern. You know what I think I want to do? I think I want to color this first, and then I'll do a pattern over it. So I'm going to go ahead and color the body. Be right back. Get some of my colors out. So I have my colors out. I'm just going to have a little fun with these colors. I'm just going to go with really bold colors that you would not see on an animal. So I'm going to color in the ears this color, working around the shapes. And I'm not going to have you guys join me with this whole coloring. You don't need to watch me do this. I'm going to pause and I'll be back once I've finished coloring. So you can see I colored in the ear. I used pink, which probably doesn't look pink on your screen. I used a lime green and I used orange in the center. Definitely not colors you typically see on a rabbit-esque type animal. Now I'm going to color the body this lime green. And you can follow along with me, or you can go ahead and just choose to do your own colors. I'm using the sides of my markers, and these are regular Crayola markers. I'm going to go ahead and color in the face and the body, and I will be back after I'm done. So I colored in the face lime green, and I colored over those little lines that I had done before. It's easier to just go ahead and create those lines again with the black marker, but I did color around the different shapes of the eyes and the nose, just to give you an idea of how I like to color. And that's the face. I'm not going to color this on camera right now because I don't want to waste your time. But now I'm going to go ahead and move to the body of our beautiful little animal. And let's see how that turns out. I'll be back. So I started coloring the body of our animal. And I wanted to show you that I'm purposely doing specific stroke marks to give it a sense of texture, because you definitely see the stroke marks, and I wanted to incorporate that into my drawing. A lot of times when we're doing markers, we try not to let the markers come through, like show through as far as stroke marks, but I'm using that intentionally, trying to give it, I don't know, just some sort of texture for the body. And I think I'm going to do his underbelly. I think I'm going to go for yellow, incorporating just more unrealistic colors into our animal drawing, mythical animal drawings. And you know what, since I am using yellow, I do want to erase any lines that I don't want to appear because it's a light color and it will show through and it'll, to me, it makes it look a little messy. Okay, so go ahead and color in the bodies, and in this case, I am going around the shapes. And then I'll do my circles, maybe another different fantastical color. Don't believe that's a real word, but aren't we going to have fun with creativity in all forms? Okay, so I am almost done finishing with my animal. I think I'll come back and choose blue. We haven't done blue yet, or maybe I'll pick up a color I've used before. Let's see. I decided to try to pick up the orange that I used in the ear. I'm sorry for my low lighting. It's raining today, and the lighting isn't ideal in this room to begin with. And then without the outside lighting, it doesn't help. Okay, so we've got some crazy colors going on here. We've got pink, which I'm going to also tie into my little claws here. We've got green, lime green. My animal's looking a little creative, looking a little mythical. Now we're going to come in and we are going to outline some of these features to make them pop in just a bit. Okay, I went ahead and I colored in my creature, colored in the other ear symmetrically. And I'm going to go ahead and use my Sharpie to outline some of these shapes that I have done. It usually lends it to a more clear definition of the patterns and shapes that you've done. And it's also the final thing that we do whenever we complete an art piece. We want to make sure we give those lines some definition because they sometimes get lost in coloring. So I hope you've enjoyed drawing with me the Alebrijes. I'm sorry, the pronunciation will get me every time. Alebrijes. So apologize, I try my best. Thank you very much for joining us. And I hope to see some of you posting these designs. Again, you don't have to do this specific animal. You can take any two animals and mix them together. And I'd like to see what it looks like and how your creativity comes through. So have a fantastic, beautiful rainy day. And I will see you next time. Bye.